At the end of yesterday's episode, we had bent, or I guess you'd say angled, the top step of this little stairway. Well, I have since done all the rest of them now. And now, right after I shot that clip, I was looking at it and I thought, hey, I missed one. The very bottom one. I've just been studying this step here, and it appears that we need 3 more little pieces of Photoetch. We need these ones right here. D6, 3 of them. Now, it's a good thing that there's more than one D sheet of Photoetch. In fact, there's 4 of them, because there's only 2 6s on the sheet. Probably going to need these further along in the build, I don't know. Now, I know where these go on the model, but I don't know what they are. And I think it might be kind of fun to, whoops, I scratched it. Might be kind of fun to look them up in Stefan's book. Okay, I'm going to get the last one just the same way. Here we're looking straight down. You can sort of see them at an angle here. At least you can see the, the bracket or device or whatever it is that they're mounted on. And a drawing of the way it looked a few months later when they put that dark color on the top of everything there. Yeah. Looks like some sort of a cover to me. I was going to give up here, and I paged ahead about 100 pages almost, and there it is. Got something to do with the fire control. Okay, now for our big parts, we need F3, F4, F5, F27 to make this assembly here. And it kind of threw me at first, but then I noticed it gets flipped upside down. That makes a lot of sense now. I got a feeling that this is the thing that we put the whistle on. And we want to make sure we put it on the correct side because there's only supposed to be one whistle. Now I'm just noticing on this piece here we need an F23 and an F16, so that's kind of nice. It's all on the same sprue. Oh, more life rafts. And by the way, speaking of life rafts, I have decided I'm going to paint them yellow. Won't be bright yellow, but it'll be some kind of yellow. Here is F3. Okay. F4 and 5. And I will be trimming these up later with the Tamiya nippers. Okay, now we needed F27, it's right there. Very carefully here, don't want to damage it. Not much to it. I guess we could put our other parts in there too. Okay, what else did we need off the F sprue now? F23. That's it right there, another tiny little piece. Okay. F16. That's easy to spot. Pretty distinctive. Okay, I'd say something about I notice as I get older it's harder to pick the small things up, but I'm not going to say that. What else do we need here off the F sprue here? Got the F23, F16. I think that's it. I think now we need the L sprue. Okay, L17 and L31, and it says both sides, so that means we need 2 of each. Okay. Here's our L31s. And very carefully now. And L17s. Okay, it's obviously these ones right here, because it's life rafts that we're going to paint yellow, remember? L4, both sides, so we need 2 L4s. I've already found them here, and this is it. So I'm going to want to nip well down so that I don't accidentally remove a peg. Now you notice there's only one, but I believe there are 4 L sprues. So we'll take the one off of this one. Okay, and I will clean those up later. Now, if you remember, we did these in yesterday's video, and these 37mm AA guns we did, a long time ago. They're all painted and everything. We got those, we got those. Got our 3 little Photoetch things that look like little dishes. We just snipped off that. And this thing we got, these 3 we got. I think we got all the pieces. Now I was just nipping this excessive sprue off of the side of these pieces here. And then I was thinking, I'll take my file afterwards and I'll get rid of what's left. Then I thought, you know what? I probably would have been a lot better off to have waited, glued these pieces together, and then removed the sprue, and then rounded it over, because I would have, kept the contour of the entire thing, rather than possibly having a little V-shaped. Well, you'll be able to see where it is. I think likely I could probably do a good enough job that you won't even be able to see that seam. At least that's the plan. Okay, so this little tiny piece here that's going to be so easy to accidentally break is an example of, you notice on the top here, which is on the top now, is a little bump. Well, you don't want to take that off, but this one I do. And I haven't talked about my Tamiya nippers for a while, how good they are. See if I can hold everything so you can see it here. So I'll get this right along the edge there. Try to press down, have everything square. Then we take that off, and there's very little that I have to try and sand off of that. That's going to be kind of awkward here. Just very, very lightly. This file, by the way, is quite sharp. I don't think it's any brand name or anything like that, but it's, I think I got it from Amazon. Yeah, and I can do my fingernails at the same time. Okay. I have to be very careful that I don't catch it and accidentally, break it. This will just help get rid of any little rough burrs, because I'm noticing that when I paint, using that flat paint, and when I spray it on, it shows absolutely everything. Any little scratch, it's sort of like, I don't know, it's kind of like when you do that lost wax process. It's amazing the amount of detail that's preserved. Anyway, I think I pretty well got it here. And I didn't break it. Okay, here's another one. And there's not much to this piece. And this little piece of flashing on the top I want to get rid of. So I'm going to just lay my nipper along the side here. Hope I'm holding it so you can see it. And make sure it's about as square as possible, because I don't want to have to do this twice. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to break this thing. See, the reason I'm holding it in my fingers instead of in a tweezer is because I don't want to accidentally get it misformed. I guess I could use my rubber tip tweezers. That would be okay. I'll try that on the next piece. Anyway, I think we pretty much got this. See, I want to have it so that the plastic is proud of the rubber. Oops. I am sitting right up close to the table here, so my little tummy is up against the table, so that these pieces won't go flying back and end up on the floor. Murphy's Law says they will. But this time it went the other way. Now, try and get this adjusted here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll lay this on its side. Yeah, not too bad. Oops. Now, look at this here. These pieces of nippings are some of them are bigger than this part. Wouldn't it be easy to lose that? I should get rid of these. I don't like using those rubber tip tweezers. I think if I can hold it in my hand, I can sort of roll it into place. Yeah. There. I should have had the macro lens on for that one, but there, I actually got off a little tiny bit more here. And it's a little easier to hold it for filing. Oh, I flat-sided part of it. I don't know if I should try any more with just get rid of the burrs here. I know where this piece goes. In fact, I saw it in Stefan's book. Okay. Yeah. Sure, now after everything's done, he puts the macro lens on. Anyway, this is our part. Now, if I hold this little life raft directly over top of the dime, I know that it is more or less in focus. And you can see those little lines on there, which represent, I guess, ropes At least I'm assuming that's what it is. Now this episode might be a little shorter. Where's my nipper here? And the reason being is because I want to go to the hobby store and buy some yellow paint. Yeah. And on the way back I'm going to do groceries because I go right past the grocery store. So it's going to take up a little bit of time. Okay, now just round that over just a little bit here. I don't want to be taking the ropes off. Now, I realize that I kind of made a fool of myself a couple of episodes ago when I was saying how that painting these things yellow makes it look like a bullseye. Well, in my mind it did, but then one of the viewers indicated that, you know, from a long distance away, you're not going to see it anyway. I think we got that pretty good. Okay, now I'm just wondering, can I maybe break these off of the sides where I've glued them on the superstructure? Because I know that they will spray a lot better than with a brush. If I use a brush, I'm going to lose all that detail. Well, at least that's my thinking. Maybe I'm just making a fool of myself again here. Now, I already checked the book to find out what it is this is supposed to be. And it's a light. Now, this part that I'm touching right now is sprue. I got to take that off. These things plug into the side of the ship. And actually, it's a covered light. The pictures that I found in Stefan's book, you know, they show it just slightly different from the way it's shown here. I guess they couldn't, you know, get every single little detail, but they got the basic light here. Maybe we'll look it up when it actually comes time to plugging this into the side of the ship. Yeah. So I've already nipped this off on the other one. There's two of them, one on each side. So we'll just do this one now. Okay, I'm not going to try to sand that or file it, and the reason being is you will notice on this part here there's a little bit of detail. I think if I start horsing around with a little file, I'm going to accidentally take this little tiny piece of detail off. And what I'm talking about is this piece I'm touching right now with the pin point. Anyway. Now we are kind of running out of time here. The day has gotten away on me again. And I guess it's pretty obvious where I've been for the last couple hours. And, yeah, I want to mention something here. I don't want to break my ladder either. Okay, Tony recommended these. He thought that they might work good for cleaning the nozzle on the airbrush. At least that's what I get out of it. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because I said I was going to use sort of, or I mentioned to, I think it was Billy, I said I'm just going to use a pale yellow. But I'm wondering if I maybe take this and put a little bit of white and, you know, kind of pale it up a little bit. It might be look. Right now it's just too yellow as far as I'm concerned. Now I imagine that there are life wraps that are actually that yellow, but I don't know. Anyhow, what I was going to mention here is that I've been buying most of my stuff at a different hobby store. And I know that I bought the model itself from Cellar Dweller. And then I found out that there was another place that had everything. Their entire stock is online. Before I went to pick this up this morning, I just went online and I found out if they had it in stock or not. And it is really nice to be able to do that. And I feel kind of guilty for not going to Cellar Dweller because, you know, that's who I used to deal with 45 or 35, 40 years ago. But, you know, I feel a bit of a traitor, but on the other hand, you know, if you don't keep up with the times, you lose the business, right? Anyway, tomorrow we'll see if we can maybe spray some of this on the life rafts. And yeah, thanks for watching. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.